Hey guys, Dr. Rob Gregory with Longevity, Health, and Fitness, coming at you with a little bit more of a TaiChi tidbit. One of the things I like to talk about with the comparison between Tai Chi or traditional Chinese medicine exercises and activities, or QiGong even, and Western medicine is our strength and conditioning and our rehabilitation that we talk about all the time. I think it's really cool. In my world, I bridge traditional Chinese medicine, acupuncture, and some therapies around that, like gua sha and tui na, body tissue work, combined with my medical massage therapy background, my chiropractic care, and exercise, strength conditioning, things that I do for rehab. One of the things I always think is really cool about that is we see those analogs from what has been done for thousands of years into what we do today and what we call it today to help with rehabilitation and postural control and stability. I love to see these comparisons, and I think it's really interesting to me to see how we can call it something different, but it's been done for a long time, and our bodies just need movement. So in the practices of QiGong or Tai Chi, especially in QiGong, there's the 8 pieces of silk. They call it the 8 brocades, and there's 8 basic movements that they do to help with function and restoration. And so QiGong is the healing art. That component, Tai Chi was a martial art that's been turned into kind of a group exercise platform over the years, because again, movement is medicine, and we've learned that. And so QiGong is this idea that we can practice initiating or vitalizing our qi. Okay, so qi is our vital energy. Think oxygen and movement. And so one thing I think is really cool is in that 8 pieces of silk, or those 8 brocades, there's a movement where we turn our hands open and we look over our shoulder, or sometimes even actually add rotation. And then we bring our hands together, we open them up, we look over that opposite shoulder, and we keep doing that. We open and rotate. We open and rotate. In rehab, or in a postural reset exercises, what we do in a lot of cases is we'll have people do what's called a Bruggers postural break, or a Bruggers position, postural reset, whatever you want to call it. We actually turn the thumbs out, we spread the fingers. A lot of times we're seated. We would open the legs up, sit up nice and tall, we keep our chin retracted, and we stretch those muscles. We open up the chest, we tighten up the back, we think about squeezing the shoulder blades together and down. Sometimes to add a little bit more of a stretch for the scalenes, we can look away, we can look up, or just look over the back. That's the idea. We're doing the same thing. We're really in that same position, sometimes adding rotation, sometimes adding retraction, just having ourselves get into that overcorrection technique. A lot of times we end up in this position. It's not practical to stay here all day. That's not the position we're after. We're after this overcorrection technique to take us from here to here for a second, to get these postural muscles back on board, and then hopefully we'll find that middle ground so that we can stay there for the next 20 to 40 minutes until we have to essentially do it again from repetitive stress. Okay, so we have to do that again. In the strength conditioning world, one of the things that we tend to do is we might do it around the world with a dowel, or we might use a corner pec stretch or something like that to help assist. We might even use a band or something like that. Of course, in strength conditioning, we always have to take it up a notch from just basic body weight stuff sometimes. But what we end up doing is we take a band like this, and now we can do a little around the world. And so we take it up and overhead, and now we're doing the same thing. We're going to finish back here with those hands and thumbs back while I get that big stretch, and then I can take it back up and around. This band actually helps assist pulling my shoulders back, so we don't use a very heavy band. You have to be really cautious with how much weight and resistance you use, but essentially we're after the same thing. You can pull that back, and we stretch in both directions. And that's kind of our strength and conditioning, or our personal training and fitness analog to all the things that we do. But there's nothing new under the sun. We always stand on the shoulders of those that came before us, and I think that that's fascinating. So even though a lot of times we think that there's a mysticism or a cultural issue with Tai Chi or QiGong, there's a reason that the information that we get and the research that we have on QiGong and Tai Chi is so profound and shows so many huge benefits for health and for wellness. So I hope you enjoyed that TaiChi tidbit as we compare some of that QiGong movement to our traditional rehab, and to our strength conditioning exercise analogs. I look forward to bringing you more Tai Chi tidbits. Remember, the movement is medicine. Hope you guys, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed that and can put that to use.